What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. I will also show you how we caught this movement to the upside that potentially brought us from the entry point about 9% of potential profit. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you why we have this massive increase in volume with the quite harsh movement to the upside. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video somewhere at this point and I've told you that we have quite a bullish setup. Let me zoom out a little bit and let me show you that from its lowest point to its highest point, this asset formed a 5-wave structure, and this retracement was very healthy because we completed the retracement to the level of about 0.786. It is the price point of about $5, slightly above this range. And as long as this pivot holds, I've told you that we should land higher, and I've told you that you can accumulate your position with the stop loss slightly below this bottom. And as you can see, we had this movement to the downside that brought our position to negative 4.38%, but then we are in green for about 9%, and definitely we are about to see the trend continuation probably in the greater scheme, but on the smaller time frames we have some headwinds, and I will show you them in my technical analysis. And for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. So first of all, let me show you this article that was published on Seeking Alpha on April 28th, and that is titled SOFI Technologies Q1 2023 Earnings on Deck, What to Expect. Let me quote you this summary. SOFI Technologies is scheduled to announce Q1 earnings results on Monday, May 1st, before market open. The consensus EPS estimate is negative 8 cents, and the consensus revenue estimate is $437.45 million. The company on January 30th reported Q4 GAAP earnings per share of negative 5 cents, beating estimates by 4 cents. Adjusted revenue of $443.42 million was 58.4% higher year over year, and ahead of consensus by $17.58 million. SOFI has a quant rating of hold with a 3.34 rating score. SOFI has an industry ranking of 8 out of 38 among consumer financial stocks as per SA's quant ranking, 1 spot behind American Express. And as you can see, we have a lot of positive anticipation because previously, let me show you right here, previously they beat all the expectations right here. As you can see, from Q1 2022 till basically Q4 2022, they beat all of their earnings reports, all of their expectations. And let me show you their financials in details. As you can see, they consistently have increasing revenue, total revenue, and they are probably about to see this roll over to the positive side. This means they will be profitable in a matter of next, in my opinion, next couple of quarters. And also, their balance sheet is quite healthy. They have total assets of $19 billion, slightly above this range, and total liabilities of $13.48 billion. This means they can cover all their assets, all their liabilities with their assets. And I have to say that in general, this company shows very strong growth for their main activity. And I have told you multiple times that when CEO of the company buys the shares of his own company, this means the total sentiment from the insider standpoint is very bullish. So, and let me show you another news, another article that was published on Investor Place, and it is titled SOFI Stock Alert, 3 things to watch when SOFI reports May the 1st. And let me quote you these bullets. SOFI Technologies will report first quarter earnings on May the 1st. We already know it. The fintech innovator has performed well since the banking crisis. And this is the main bullet point that shows how strong this asset is, because during the turbulence on the banking market, as you can see, this asset didn't lose much of its value, and it recovers very well, and it pretty much already reached the levels where it was previously. And that is why SOFI is quite strong in my opinion. But the third bullet is the most concerning one. Political headwinds could pose complications in the coming months, however. Let me show you these potential problems. So, for all its recent success, though, SOFI stock does facing some headwinds that could be highly problematic. The House Republican plan for the debt ceiling is currently putting the White House's plan for student loan relief in question. The possibility of the US defaulting on its debt is also looming large, posing further potential complications for companies like SOFI. The upcoming Q1 earnings call will be an opportunity for investors to hear how management sees and will approach these factors moving forward. The insight management provides will likely impact how SOFI stock performs in the coming months. So, I have to say that the student loan moratorium is still on the table, but on the positive side, we have less exposure from these loans to their balance sheet. And that is why, in my opinion, even if the outcome for the relief in student loan moratorium will be negative for SOFI, it will not be a major negative catalyst for SOFI, at least for the medium and long-term perspective. I think we might see this decrease in its price, but only in the short term, and then it should rebound very well. So, let me show you another quite good sign. If we take a look on the list of institutional investors, you can see that several major players on this field are adding to their position. Let me show you, for example, Vanguard. Right here, the first line shows that they reduces their position by 2.71%, but the total position is slightly above $8 million. But then, as you can see, next branch of their company increased their position by 8.44%. Definitely it is not the biggest one, but nevertheless they increased this position. Next one, Vanguard added 2.31%. Next one added 3.19%. Next one, right here, added 8.18%. Next one, somewhere here, we also have a Vanguard. But let me show you that Fidelity also buys SOFI, and let me show you here. So they increased their position by 3.28%, and the total position is quite huge, $27.688 million. Right here we also can find Fidelity. Somewhere here, yes, 8.3% increase to the total amount of $6.861 million. And right here they stayed at the same spot, and next increase by 2.33% to $9.143 million. And definitely this shows the long-term sentiment of the market. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next? I still stand on my position that in the medium and long-term perspective, the price target for SOFI is still the same, and I mark it by pull the Fibonacci root extension tool from its swing low to swing high and to the bottom of the retracement. And with the assumption that we completed first wave and the second one, and as long as this pivot holds, we might anticipate the next top of the third wave at roughly $11.64, which implies from our current price about 80% of upside potential. But if we take a look, for example, on hourly time frame, and if we take a look on these indicators, you can see that we are at the edge of overbought territory, and this means we might see a trend reversal, short-term trend reversal. On top of that, let me show you this in details. We have, if I switch to 30 minutes time frame, we also have quite similar price action. Next one, 15 minutes time frame, quite similar, but as you can see, we don't have any bearish divergences yet. And the only time frame where we have this divergence is 1 minute time frame. As you can see, we have lower highs on our side, with the higher highs on the price action. And on the smallest scale, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect breakdown of 5 waves. This means we might see the movement to the downside at the very beginning of trading hours. That's why you have to be cautious, and my main suggestion to you is wait for their earnings report, wait for the result, especially wait for their anticipation. And when it happens basically in just several hours, we will see the price action that will give us more certainty and more crucial pivot points in order to project some future short-term targets. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up.